What's up? You already know. This is Peach, and today I keep messing my own stuff up because I'm supposed to go live to promote my upcoming class and sell it out. But every time I go live, I end up having a whole bunch of side conversations and not talking about my class and busting jokes and stuff like that. Now I'm banned from TikTok Live again. I gotta go do 7 days to the door. And I don't even go live like I used to no more. So it's like, dang, now I'm back in TikTok jail. But hey, it is what it is. The show gonna keep on rocking. Why did you keep blocking you? Because people be reporting me. TikTok is the easiest platform to get somebody banned from live. When we get banned from live, we get banned for 3 to 7 days. Typically, they give me 7, so I have to just not go live for 7 days. We still get paid. It don't affect our money. We literally just, it does affect your money because you can't go live and make more money, but that's all it do. What am I selling? I have a class on Wednesday, a content creator class is $19. It's gonna come up to $19.48 with the fee. Today, or tomorrow, Monday, will be the last day to purchase your tickets. Class will be Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know how to do baby hair. I do not know how to lay this baby hair down. Like, this part stayed down, but this long piece, baby, I couldn't do nothing with it. Thank you. What did I do is say, you can go try to figure it out on your own, but we was just chit-chatting. I be feeling like I don't be doing nothing wrong. It's just that TikTok is easy. You could just sit up there when you're on TikTok and just report. You do it so many times, they're eventually going to just ban it because they're getting so many reports, and then you have to issue an appeal, and then the appeal will decide if you get to stay or go. And because I cuss a lot anyways, I typically lose my appeals, so I don't care. When that happens, I'll normally jump on my husband page, and then I just go to making so much money from my husband page. It don't stop nothing. Then I got like 4 other pages. It depends on my intent, but I probably don't need to go live over there anyways, just because I wasn't making that much money, you know? I wasn't focused. I was just on there having fun chit-chatting. I wasn't selling classes. And unlike YouTube, when we're live on YouTube, we make money just being live. Like, y'all don't have to send me no super chats. Just being on here, I make money. Versus TikTok, people gotta send me gifts in order for me to make money while I'm live. That's the only way, or they gotta shop my website. So YouTube is better. I keep telling y'all, I earn more money on YouTube than TikTok, but TikTok is fun. I like the vibe over on TikTok. We could vibe, we could chit chat, but the haters, you know, they know they could get you banned from live, so that's what they do. Thank you. You like watching me making cream of chicken? I don't know when I'm gonna make cream of chicken. My kids be tired of that. We had went grocery shopping. I'm gonna make sure I take something out. But we went grocery shopping. It'll most likely be on Wood page because that's the phone we use to record. And I said I was gonna start cooking every single night because y'all know I go to court for my eviction on February 14th. That's when I'll find out if I gotta move, when I gotta move, if I gotta be out the next day. Like, I don't know. That's when I'll find out that stuff. But I was like, I'm just gonna buy food to last us exactly to February 14th and start cooking every night and making cooking videos again like I used to for Cooking with Peach. But so far I haven't done it. I ought to not get distracted. February is supposed to be a tunnel vision month for me, very lucrative, and I'm supposed to be focused. First time want to be a content creator, please help. Shop my website, peachmcintyre.com, for $19.48. I can teach you how to edit, create thumbnails for YouTube, how to monetize YouTube and all that stuff, TikTok. peachmcintyre.com. Thank you. Did Wood Mama teach you how to make cream of chicken? No, she did not teach me how to make cream of chicken. It was something that she made in her household. I had never heard of cream of chicken, and it was like a family favorite. So I wouldn't eat from them because they was dirty. So I wouldn't eat from them. And my husband, brother, girlfriend at the time that lived there, she was like, oh, Miss Sophia made cream of chicken. You should eat it. I'm like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. And she was like, girl, it's so good. You got to try. You should eat. I'm going to get you a plate. And got me a plate. And, you know, me and her just talking like homegirls. And I ate it. And it was the most delicious thing ever. This was before I became a dirty girl. Y'all. I was like judgy. Like, I don't eat from dirty people. I was like on ATL, like, I did see some roaches. But Wood Mama, them didn't have roaches. They was just dirty. Now that I'm older and I've experienced life, It was more so she had all these sons and a no good husband, and they was just running this lady to the ground. It's like I'm living her life. Just running this lady to the ground. She got to work. She got to be to work early in the morning. She coming back. House still dirty, sons not washing dishes kind of thing. That's what I learned later on in life. But at that time, I was 18, pregnant with Gregory McKay, and I was just like, I couldn't believe that they lived like that. Like, I cleaned that lady's whole house. I could not believe it because I didn't grow up dirty as far as, like, living in filth, even though my mama always called me dirty and made me bathe in her dirty bath water. My mama owned a cleaning business. I always cleaned up. So that was, like, a different experience for me. So anywho, back to what I'm saying. So the girl, I was about to say her name, she gave me the cream of chicken. I ate it, and it was the most delicious thing. So eventually when I got my own place in my 20s and I decided I wanted to start cooking, I had went and got me some jars of cream of chicken, and I made it myself. I have never been in the kitchen cooking with his mama or nothing. I used to be in his room with the dough shit, just in his room, don't come out, don't talk to nobody. Thank you. Where I get my pants from, the ones I got on, I been had these, but like as far as the rips, I made those. What is cream of chicken? It's a dish I make all the time. It's really good. It was inspired by my husband's mom, though. I don't know how his brother passed, guys. I don't know, and I don't care. I got 47 songs about Peach McINTYre. Oh, that's kind of obsessive. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the backstory. My pleasure. It's a delicious dish, and my family like, that shit look like throw up. That shit look like throw up. And then I finally had made it for a couple of my family members. Like, they ate it, and they was like, oh my God, it's so good. I know it looked gross if you never had it, but cream of chicken is literally the same cream of chicken that my mama put in her chicken and noodles. Same exact thing. You just put it on top of your chicken. It's so good. And his mama used to make hers and have like jalapenos with it. And my husband loved spicy food. So it's just like me knowing like this was a favorite dish in his mama house, just trying to make him, you know, have a favorite dish at my house. Cream of chicken is good. It's delicious. What did I cook tonight? Nothing. I ate Taco Bell. I just ate live on TikTok. Thank you. No, I'm home. I'm at the clubhouse where I'm getting evicted from. It'll just be looking too white. Yeah, that's about it. But you can always put it on broiled, and it's going to be yellow and like black, dark brown on it when you put it on broil. Thank you. She had 20 tacos. No, I had 6, bitch. Maybe 7. It was a good time. I've been doing cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. Wood did it on accident, and now we like that combination together, which I was shocked because my husband don't eat mushrooms. No, I'm not doing one-on-ones right now, just a group class. Yeah, it was hyperbole. That's what we call that. Hyperbole means exaggeration. They were being funny. Why you getting evicted and you paid February rent? Because I paid late and the property has the right to still evict me just because it was a breach of contract with me not paying on time. But the real reason is because people keep calling my rent office on me and leaving negative reviews and calling corporate and stuff. That's the real reason, but regardless, it's my fault. If I would have paid my bills on time, my address wouldn't have been leaked and I wouldn't be experiencing this. So it's still my fault. I take full accountability. Do you cut fresh mushrooms in it? No, but that probably would taste really good. Thank you. Thank you. How did you have a bob? Now you had this hair so quick. It's called money. When you have money, you pay people to take your hair out. You pay another person to wash it, and then you pay somebody else to do it. It's called money. But if you're referring to my vlogs, I hope y'all know I don't upload the same day. Not always. Sometimes I do. I have literally made a video and told you guys, hey, I'm 11 days behind. So videos that y'all gonna be seeing, they're 11 days old. We're playing catch up. I've been living life and recording. If you have to move, you stay in the same city, yes. I'm gonna stay in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. I like it out here. I'm buying my land out here. Have you ever thought about moving out of Florida? I did. I was thinking about moving to Texas, but I'm happy that I didn't just because my family, we love theme parks. Orlando is literally like the best place to come with kids. People come here on vacation. We live in a state where we could just drive, you know, and be in Orlando in 2 hours, an hour, you know. So for my family, it's best to stay in Florida. McKay was the one who like made me realize that if I wouldn't have got the place that we got, though, I was going to leave. I was going to leave and move to Texas. I have a friend that moved to Texas. She just bought a house in Texas and stuff. And she was going to find me a place in Texas to just come. So I was like, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave tomorrow night. Like, if you could just help me. And she was like, yeah. You know, but then I ended up getting called saying I got approved for this place. So I was just like, okay, this is God. I wanted to move here. Everything working out. My kids had already gotten into school here, and I just took it. Thank you. Oh, you have friends? Yeah, I don't have friends that I talk to on the phone every day. Like, I don't have friends that I would hang out with because I like being with myself. But I have friends. They check on me. They write me. They laugh. They be threatening to beat up wood. Thank you. My kids are all adjusting well. It's not really nothing different for them. Hey, Auntie Dee. But shop my website, peachmcIntyre.com. I'm so mad I'm in TikTok jail. Ugh. I've been misbehaving all night though. It was well deserved. I had fun, but it's like how many more times you gonna have fun and jeopardize your own bag? You gotta stop having fun. Stay focused, Peach. Thank you. If somebody block y'all, you most likely said something or did something to get blocked. But if somebody block y'all, why harass them about blocking you? Accept the block and move on. I sold 129 tickets to my class tonight. Do I think Wood resent me? Probably. That'd be my goal. That's my current goal. I want him to hate me like I hate him. I want him every time he see me just be like, I hate that bitch. That's how I want him to feel about me. I want to make him feel how I feel. Thank you. He said he loved me too. But, hey, how do you sign up for my class on my website, peachmcintyre.com? You do not hate Wood. The love is real. How you going to tell me how to feel? How I feel. I hate him. At the current moment in my life, I strongly dislike my husband. I hate him. That's like telling me, you don't hate your mom. I hate that hoe. I wouldn't spit on her. That's how I feel about him right now. I don't like him. I hate him. I feel the same way I feel about my mama and daddy about him. I hate him at the current moment. Feelings can change, but that's how I feel at the moment. And I've told him that. We've discussed it. And he's just being calm, and it's making me mad. He like, Peaches, that's just how you feel at the moment. You enraged, you angry. You gonna calm down, and you're not gonna mean any of this. And it's like, you can't tell me how the fuck I feel. So then you just sitting up there like, oh, she's just the drama queen and stuff. She's just a horrible person. You know, that's how it is. Thank you. I do pray. But some things I like. Thank you. I'm gonna get rid of you. Why are you really that mad? I told you guys why I really was that mad. I spoke about it in my other lives, but I'll reiterate. So the reason why I'm angry with my husband is because I feel like he's choosing his family over our family again. And I don't like how it feels to not be chosen. I feel like my whole life nobody has chosen me, and I've always chosen him. So him rekindling with his family is a problem for me. Your mama turned your phone off and stopped talking to you. And now because she's over there crying because she lost her son, you want to go console your mother and be a good son when this hoe didn't give a fuck about you. She didn't care about your wife crying. She literally told you to check me, AKA beat my ass. That's how I take it, check me. You need to check her. You need to check her. Check me. After you know we had a history of domestic violence where your son has put his hands on me, you want him to check me. And then I didn't like the fact that she was telling him about her yard, how her yard messed up from the hurricane, and now he want to go clean it. But I done asked him to put our baby swing together, and he ain't did it. I don't like the fact that he want to be this great man for his mom and not a great man for me. I envy that. It's not a new feeling. It's a feeling that I've had before that we've talked about. I've talked about it online. I've talked about it with my husband. I've talked about it with my mama. I'm a very honest, transparent person. I'm able to express how I feel. I'm literally pleading with this man to show up for his family that he has with me and his 9 kids, for him to be consistent in his showing up. And he's not. And as soon as your mama, your family have an issue, you want to show up for them, bitch, go be with them. You made your choice, go be with them. That's how I feel. All right? You don't have to like the answer. I know the answer is ugly. I know the answer is mean-spirited, but the answer is true. You have to remember, like mama say, he hit her with a bottle. He was beating me up because I said I didn't want to be with him. And him and my mama got in a fight, and he hit my mama with a bottle in her head and went to jail. And I still chose him. When my mama said, oh, if you talk to him, you can't talk to me, I'm moving, I still chose him. Every time. So for you to not choose me, okay, I'm going to stop choosing you back. It's fuck you, I hate you. I'm going to choose Peaches, and I'm going to hurt you in the process. And it's mean and it's evil. And what has family got to do with it? Everything. So that's how my mind works. You don't have to like the answer, but it's the truth. That's my real answer. Even when his sister, she talking about, I wonder what he getting kicked out now for. I wonder what, bitch, because he want to be with his family. Now he could be with you motherfuckers. He could move over here, stay with you motherfuckers. I just feel like your family that you create comes first, especially all that I have endured, all that I have sacrificed. Me and your children should come first. People that don't call to check on you and your children, them bitches ain't call to wish you happy birthday. They didn't even call to tell you your brother was dead. His son had to call you on Instagram. And you want to run over there to console that bitch. But with your babies in the hospital, she didn't call. Your mama work at the hospital across the street. And the main hospital, she ain't asked to come see your kids. Never. Even years ago when Gregory McKay was in the hospital she worked in with RSV, she didn't come see him, check on him, ask how he doing. But you want to console this bitch? So that's how my mind works. And for those of you like, I seen some of y'all, you going to have 8 daughters-in-laws. Oh, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's like, for me, it was like either choose your family or choose your family. You chose your family, fuck you, go be with them. I hate you now forever. And he keeps saying, that ain't what you want. Peaches, this ain't really what you want. Peaches, I leave you with these 9 kids. You gonna miss me. You gonna miss all I do for you. I said, what you do for me? You don't do nothing for me. What you do for me as a husband, you do for your kids as a daddy. So you're saying when I break up with you, you're not gonna do for your kids? You're not gonna show up anymore as a dad? I expect that. I know niggas do that. They only show up when they with the mama, when they like the mama. When they don't like the mama no more, they don't show up for the kids no more. Duh. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I expect you to do that. You already don't show up for me as a husband. We see it on camera every day. You know? All right? They are jealous of you probably. And then what set me off really, he called me. He was like, he think he not going back around his family. And I'm like, wow, what's wrong? Because in the beginning, I kept just trying to play it cool. Like, Peaches, be there for him. Peaches, don't be selfish. Peaches, hold these feelings in. And even when I talked to him, I was like, being very selective with the words I chose. And he was like, man, his cousin gonna say Peaches must have some good stuff because you got 9 kids with her. First of all, that was disrespectful. You should have checked your cousin. Why is he talking about what kind of stuff I got? But they laughing about it. And then he gonna say after that, his sister was like, we don't like your wife. And his mama gonna tell her to just shut up. His other sister gonna tell him that, oh, we didn't say that. And she said, well, I said I don't like your wife, his fat ass sister, that his mama treat like gold. Even his brother that died kept telling him, I'm like, your brother that died ain't even like your mama. He wasn't even talking to your mama. I talked to your brother that died. I hope y'all know when I said fuck your brother, I'm not talking about his brother that died. I was talking about him. Fuck your brother. If I was talking about the brother that died, I would have said fuck your dead brother. But that's not who I was talking about. I was talking about my husband. Fuck you, fuck your mammy, and fuck your brother. My husband got a lot of brothers. I'm talking about him. So, stuff like that is just like made me mad. Me and his brother, they could have rekindled their relationship, him and his mom, I'm not sure. I'm not privy to that information, but years ago, me and his oldest brother had a conversation. His oldest brother that died, he had came to his mama house, and his sister, his fat ass sister that I don't like, is not his mom's biological daughter. That is his dad's daughter. His daddy had a baby with a crackhead. Her mom was a crackhead. His daddy was cheating on his mama with a crackhead and got her pregnant, and he ended up having her, and his mama took her in like his own, like her own child, and has raised her as a daughter. And some people, you don't need to say that. That's so mean. Yeah, I want to say it. It's mean. I don't care. But his mama took her in like a daughter, raised her, whatever. But she's not biologically his mom's daughter. His mama only got 4 sons. The oldest one that died, the 3 from his daddy. That's all his mama got. She don't got no daughter. But his mama accepted all of his outside children like they are her biological children. His mama and his new wife, his mama and his daddy new wife got a baby on the same exact day, same exact age. Just so you guys can understand like where we come from. This is what we come from. My daddy had 8 different women pregnant while my mama was pregnant. This is what we come from. So we're trying to, well, I'm not gonna say I was trying to navigate through all this. Like, look, Wood, we come from this fucked up, toxic environment. We both didn't have good examples. You know, let's walk away from them and start this new life. Like, fuck all them, let's start this new life. And my husband obviously don't want to do that. He misses his family. Go back to them bitches. I'll start a new life without you. It is what it is. But that's why I'm saying all that. And the reason why I'm reiterating the fact that his sister isn't his mom's daughter is because his mom does the most for his sister. And his oldest brother that passed away years ago, he came to see his mama. And when he came, I was sitting on the porch with my kids. And his mama wasn't there. His sister was there with her boyfriend, like living in his mama's house with her boyfriend, and he went off. And I had never seen him angry. Like, all the years I know him, I had never seen him act like that. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, I hate this hoe, like how I feel about my mama. And he was like, she treat this hoe like she better than us, like this her real daughter. She did more for his kids than her kids. You gotta remember, he got his own daddy. So he was going off about that. And at this time, I didn't hate my mom. I like talked to my mom. I loved my mom. So I couldn't understand like why he feel this way. And it was just so random. Like, he just was going off. And he stopped talking to her. He stopped coming around. You know, they tried to say it was another reason why he stopped coming around, but I know that that was the reason. He would literally pass his mama's house and not speak, be on the next street. He been stopped. My husband ain't go to birthday parties with him. He went and created his own life with his own family. Now, they could have made up. I've been out the picture, you know, for like a year. I've been out the picture for over a year, so they could have made up. I don't know that information. But for me, that was like confusing. It's like, you want to go back and hang around your family. You want to show up and beat up for your mama. You and your brother wasn't close. Your brother wasn't coming around your mama like that. Like, why are you choosing this? I don't get it. And then you letting them talk about me and not saying nothing. You not speaking up. I would never let nobody talk about you. I ride for you. I'm starting to feel away, you know? So that's how we got here to this point. And then it's just like, okay, he left Wednesday. It's just like, you just having to continue to be considerate and understanding and compassionate for somebody who's not doing the same for you. And I don't want to do that no more. That's his mama, though. I don't give a fuck, Latoya. You think I care? That's his mama, bitch. I don't talk to my own mama. I don't care about my mama. So for y'all to be like, oh, because she don't talk to her mama, her family, she don't want to talk to his. Yes, absolutely. If I chose you over my family, choose me over yours. If you can't do that, then you don't need to be family with me. Go be family with them. You could still show up for your children if you choose to, but if you choose not to, oh well, I'm going to show up for all 9 of them every time. It's that simple. It's that simple. A man is supposed to choose his family that he creates. A woman is supposed to choose her family that she creates. Nothing is supposed to come in between a family. If a bitch don't like my husband, I don't like them. You can't have motherfuckers that don't like your wife and you like them. Now you my enemy. But you know, my husband like a peacemaker, don't like to be in no drama. He don't hold grudges. We so opposite from each other. He's so passive, like, it's no big deal. It's a big deal to me. you know? And I'm having these conversations, which I need to really sit and edit. You guys will see, like, in real time, me processing these emotions and battling myself, crying and saying these things like, this lady wasn't there for us. This lady ain't console us. This lady don't even counsel you. All that staying out your kids' relationship problems, no. I'm an Aries, he's a Taurus. A man is supposed to choose his family, but at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you are still to respect your mother. Man, fuck my mama, like I said. Y'all don't gotta like it, but fuck her. Do you have friends? Yep. You cannot control how he is with his family, especially his mother, though. You don't talk to yours doesn't mean shit. I understand that, right? So I can't control what my husband does. We already know that. I don't cheat and he cheats on me. I pay bills and he don't pay bills. I be up all night working, wake up early still. He sleeps all day. I know I have no control over him, but I do have a choice in this. I do have a choice. I can say, you know what, Wood? I understand that you love your family. You love your mama. You want to be with your mama. Your mama just lost her son. Bitch, go be with her and leave me the fuck alone. Because for me, I can't accept it. Fuck you. For me, it's like a stab in the back. For me, you choosing them over me, I don't like the way that feel. I suffer from middle child syndrome. My own mama and daddy didn't choose me. The same blood running through our bodies, them bitches didn't choose me. For me, this is a problem. So you gotta go. You gotta go. I don't put up with too much. You gotta go, bitch. Choose them, stay with them. And if you choose to go move on with your life and get another relationship, that ain't nothing new. I don't have nobody around me. I just told him that. You can't hurt me no more. All you would do is go sleep with the closest bitch near me. If it's anybody in my vicinity that he knows, oh, I'm gonna go fuck this girl to hurt peaches. That's how I think his mind thinks, because that's what he does. Now I don't have nobody around me. Who we gonna go fuck? I don't care. I don't know him. It's not gonna hurt me. You done did the worst of the worst. And I done stayed and I done took you back. You can't hurt me no more. You literally just fucked somebody in your truck that I bought you while I was pregnant with not one but two babies, and I had to eat it. I had to eat it. Your mama ain't call you then. Ain't nobody call and say treat your wife better. Nope. So fuck you. That's how I feel. I had to eat it. You eat it, bitch. You created this. You helped created this. I won't give you full credit. He lost a brother. I don't give a damn. His brother lived in the same city as we did. If not in the same city nearby, bitch, we ain't live out of the state. And he don't know some of our kids ain't never meet him. Y'all do know in Tampa it goes on like that a lot. My daddy lived in the same city as me my whole life. I have children that he never met. Not because I said you can't meet him, just because he didn't give a damn. You wasn't close. I don't give a fuck about you crying about somebody you used to know. Just because y'all grew up together, you grew up together and you grew apart. He dead. He lost a brother. His brother is dead. He ain't there. You going to be around some living motherfuckers that don't like me. You want to be around my enemies, bitch, so you won. That's how I feel. How's my C-section recovery? It's recovered. I'm fine. I seen my doctor that did my C-section today. She told my girl, I need to get me some of those heels. You are not hurting Wood. If it don't hurt him, that's fine. He don't gotta hurt. His mammy hurting though. Niggas love their mammy. I be evil on purpose. Mammy hurting, your mammy crying, bitch. See how that work? Get you a new man, never. I have told y'all many times, if me and my husband don't work out, I'm never dating. Like, I'll probably hook up with somebody if I want to. My husband don't believe that. He like, yeah, right. But as far as like remarrying, bringing a man in my house, I would never do that. I would never put my children in that kind of position. What man would want me with 9 kids? What man would want me? Let me say not with 9 kids. What one man would want me and 9 kids? Nobody wants 9 kids that ain't theirs. I don't want one kid that ain't mine, bitch. So I wouldn't expect that of anybody. Now, I could always go hook up with somebody. That's easy. My husband hooking up with hoes in the backseat of his truck that I bought him. Hooking up with people is easy. Niggas don't have standards. I could hook up with the homeless man if I want to. But I don't see me ever being in another relationship. Like, I literally would give my life to my kids and just focus on them and travel and paint. You know, do all the things they love. Homeschool, be on my farm, writing my books. I'm okay with that. Thank you. I don't understand how you could be with him after that. Love, or should I say lack of self-love. And then also, I just had to be strategic. I knew, like, who gonna watch these kids when I had this baby? I can't just up and leave this man. But now I can. My other baby gonna be home soon. All my babies gonna be together. Why y'all like, oh, you about to get evicted? Bitch, you know how much money I make? I'ma hire me some movers. I don't need my husband to move me or none of that. I'm finna hire me a nanny, put kids in daycare. Sit back and watch. Trust me, I got a plan. I need to come talk shit and get a bag like you just talking and getting money. It's challenging living your life on camera, but we do make a lot of money. I would have loved to have love though. I would have loved for my marriage to work. I would love to just mention something and my husband take care of it. I would love to be like, I'm so tired and my husband let me sleep in. The way his mammy could say, oh, my backyard is so messed up from the hurricane. It's still stuff back there. While she got her 2 other grown sorry ass sons living there. And they can't fix it and he considering going to fix it without her even asking. Just mentioning it. Meanwhile, I say I'm so tired this bitch still don't wake up to take the kids to school. I say, oh, I should just stay at the hospital with the babies tonight, but then I know this bitch ain't gonna get up on time to take everybody to school. You know? I just always gotta be on go. You're in over your head. No, I'm not. That's why you keep working. Money can solve a lot of your problems. You build you a village. Ladies, in situations like this, you don't fold. And I'm not saying in situations like this, well, oh, his mama died. I mean, not his mama, his brother died and you mad he go to the funeral. No, I'm saying in situations where you feeling like your partner doesn't love you, your partner is neglecting you, you've been vocal about it, you've been praying, you've been battling yourself, you've been telling him how you feel in private, you've been trying to do all you could do as a wife or a girlfriend, whatever, washing clothes, cooking, working, serving him, trying to make him feel like something and he's still making you feel like nothing. Keep working. You don't need them. Keep working. Build you a village outside of them. That's all you do. You build you a new village. Even last time, after I had Phenomenal and we went through a similar situation, had I just held out a couple more days, all my kids was in daycare except Phenomenal. All I had to do was hold out a couple more days, and I would have been free. I ain't need him. I let him come back, and then all my kids went to daycare. What I needed him for? He's just dropping them off, picking them up. I could have rid myself of him then. But nope, I kept trying to stay in this fight for my marriage. I love this man. Fight for my marriage. Oh, yes, you are. Nah, you ain't me. I don't know. You knew how he was. Get over it. Oh, I will. The family is an excuse. You're really leaving him because you're tired of the bullshit. You're tired of him not helping. I literally just said that. The family not an excuse. It's a part of the reason. Listen, let me tell you, it's 4,000 of y'all on here. I do a very good job. That's why I blow up. Because I do a very good job at explaining myself. Clear as day. I'm literally telling you how I feel, why I feel the way I feel. And you trying to tell me, oh, this is an excuse. You just was already mad. I was already mad. It was the little straw that broke the camel's back. It's you continuously not choosing me. It's you continuously not choosing your children. I've stayed through the abuse. I stayed through the alcohol addiction. I always put you first. Even after infidelity, still serve your plate first before I feed my kids. You laughed in my face. You said that that's my condom, not yours. Still continued to go out, even after we had kids. These two babies. Still giving you your Fridays. Still cooking, still cleaning, trying to take as much pressure off of him. He took no pressure off of me. And then as soon as your brother died, oh, it's an emergency. You got to run and be with your mammy. Man, fuck your mama, bitch. That's how I feel. You may have an abandonment wound. That is why you do everything to keep your husband, even if he cannot and will not do the same. He is only a constant in your life because of your children. I agree. I just said that my mama didn't choose me. My daddy didn't choose me. And then when I talk about this stuff, y'all, oh, you always bringing up your mom and daddy. It plays a part from age 0 to 8. That's how you I was trying to say found. I can't even get my word out. But that's how you come up with your core belief system about how you feel about yourself, based on how you feel and how you were treated between 0 to 8. You learn it in child development. I read a lot of books about this kind of stuff. And because of that, not feeling love, parents not being present and things of that nature, that one was already there. He didn't put it there. And that's why we attracted to each other. He just like my motherfucking daddy. I'm just dumb like his fucking mama. I already explained all of that, the dynamics. And then you have to work hard to change your story. Exactly. And I told him, I'm like, you treating me like your daddy treated your mama. And that's when I started explaining that. Like, just imagine how your mama felt. Your daddy got all these outside kids, and she just up there accepting them. And that's another reason why my disdain come for his sister that much. Like, your sister is not your mom's biological daughter. And your mama take care of her kids like them is her biological grandkids. Meanwhile, the kids that I share with you have the same blood as her, and she treat them like they don't exist because she hates me. That hurts, that's bothersome. Meanwhile, this baby that was created on you, that you accepted, that you took in and loved like it's your child, you love her and her kids that don't share the same DNA as you. But then again, I know his mother's upbringing, so it's like, And I told y'all, I don't love outsiders. Anything outside of me, if you ain't come for me, I can't love you. I could never have a blended family. I wouldn't love him. I know myself. I don't fuck with it. Why does his mama hate me? I think it's because I don't just take it. That's what I think. Like, her son do stuff to me, I'm going to do it back. And then young, I remember one fight we had, I told his daddy, me and Wood got in a fight. He was cheating on me, always cheating on me. But I was at his mama's house in a room, and he came in the room with an attitude, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? I had been waiting on him. He's just leaving his mama's house all the time in his room, and he just doing whatever he want to do. And I was like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, I'm sick of you hoes. I'm sick of both of y'all. And I said, both of us? And so he was talking about me and the girl he was cheating on. And I was like, what? And I just went nuts, and I attacked him. And I'm in the living room, his mama's living room, on top of the computer, attacking him. We both fighting. And his daddy trying to break it up. And I told his daddy, I said, I hate you. This is your fault. You was such a dog and such a cheater. This is your fault. Just mad. Because, like I said, previously from the outside looking in, I didn't meet my husband's family until I was already pregnant. That was red flag number one. I would never let my kids date anybody if I ain't met where they come from. I tell McKay that all the time. When you decide to date somebody, see where the fuck they come from so you could see what you're getting yourself into. But from the conversations with my husband, it was his mom and his daddy married. His mama got 4 kids. His mama owned her home. So it sounded like he came from a good family. Me not knowing that, yeah, his mama and daddy married, but his daddy got all these outside kids on his mama. His daddy got 3 outside kids from one lady, the lady that he married to now. And when I say outside, I mean his mama have a baby, she have a baby, his mama have a baby, she have a baby. Then they last babies, they had them on the same day. And now he's married to that lady. So it's like, I didn't know that. And then even back in the day when me and my husband was dating, before we ever had Gregory and McKay, one day me and him was in his car in front of my mama's house, and his mama called, and she went to customize mine. He got a DNA test that came in the mail. He got another fucking baby. She's sick of this, yelling at my husband because him and his daddy got the same name but different middle initials. So his daddy name Greg, his name Greg, but the middle initials are different. My husband might be watching this. So she called about the DNA papers, and I'm in the car with my husband. This is how crazy this lady is, because she was telling him, "Oh, you telling her all my business, Miss Sophia? I've been with your son for going on 20 years. I was there. Gregory only 17. I didn't meet him and immediately have a baby." So, anyways. She called him going off. He was like, "Man, I gotta go home." So when he go home and he see the DNA papers, that's not him, it's his daddy. So his daddy literally got Gregory McKay 17. His daddy probably got a daughter, she 18 or 19 years old. And his mama and daddy is married. And she was still going through this. So my husband literally doing the same thing to me that his daddy did to his mama. Literally, same exact thing. And I'm choosing to stay. And I don't want my kids to grow up and think that this is what they're supposed to do. When my kids grow up, always choose your family that you created. Go away, be with your family. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how I feel about it. God works in mysterious ways. How many kids does Wood have outside of yours? To my knowledge, my husband has 2 kids outside of my kids. He has 2 older kids. So he has a son that'll be 20 this year. I've been dating his daddy since he was 1 month old. Well, he probably wasn't even a full month yet. And then he has a daughter that he always said wasn't his, but when she was 12 and he was in prison, they took a DNA test and it came back that that was his baby. But he had always lied to me, like, "I ain't never messed with with her. That girl lying on me. I ain't never messed with it. I never slept with that girl." Lying. And mind you, this before I ever even came in the picture, still was lying. So it wasn't until the little girl turned 12 that they took the DNA test, and that's his first daughter. And it came back that that was his baby. And I'm like, "Thought you ain't sleep with that girl." He's a compulsive liar. He still said, "I didn't sleep with her." So, I know who I'm dealing with. How did you find out about the daughter? My sisters, everybody had told me that he had a daughter. My sisters had told me they got a daughter. She live in Alabama. And I asked him about it, and he was like, "That's a lie. I ain't sleep with that girl. That girl lying on me. I ain't never messed with the girl." So it was a girl from their local neighborhood that said that she was pregnant from him before I ever met him. My sister on my dad and them side, they knew his family first. I didn't meet my husband until high school. I didn't start hanging out with my sisters on my dad's side until after high school, really, but they started coming around when I was a senior in high school. But so people had told me that, and when I asked him about it, he said that was a lie. He never slept with the girl. And then I seen the little girl when we were dating, and that's probably another reason his mama don't like me. His mama came to the room, was in his room about to go to the movies, and his mama was like, "Oh, she needs some money for some new shoes. Give me some money to get her some new shoes." And I'm like, "Who is that?" And she was like, "This is his daughter." And I was like, "He said that that's not his baby." And he was finna give his mama the money. And I said, "If that's not your baby, why are you finna give your mama some money? If that's not your baby." And he was like, "That ain't my baby. I ain't gonna get her no money," and didn't get her the money. So that could be another reason why his mama hate me. His mama always sent the little girl gifts, bikes and shit for Christmas, wouldn't buy my son nothing for Christmas. It's been like that. Thank you. At least you know it's a self-love issue. I dealt with the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm aware. How old is his daughter? She in her 20s. I don't know. She probably 24. She between 23 and 25. I don't know. Thank you. Go get help. I don't need help. Help for what? No, I wouldn't go to therapy with my mom. I don't ever want to reconnect with my mom. It would benefit me none. Why we gotta go to therapy to get an apology? Why we gotta go to therapy to get an acknowledgement and for you to admit it? Go to therapy so we could be in therapy and she could be saying, that's a lie. That's a lie. Why would I apologize for a lie? Why would I go to therapy for that? What would that do for me? But enrage me? What they gonna have to, the therapy gonna be the referee to pull me up off of her? That's what we gonna go to therapy for? There's no need to go to therapy for that. I know how to communicate. I don't know what Wood do, obviously. I don't know who he talked to, obviously. Are you bipolar? No, I am not bipolar. What makes y'all think I'm bipolar? In all seriousness, why do I have to be bipolar? I really think you be delusional. Why? I'm so proud of you for choosing to love yourself. Thanks. It's still a struggle. I ain't gonna say it's a struggle to love myself. I'm saying it's a struggle to like give up on the little piece of love that you thought that you had. It's about she ain't bipolar, she autistic. I am autistic. Why you don't talk to your sister? Which one? How do you keep your face so clear and glowing? I bathe. Thank you. What's next for me? Work, a lot of work. I just plan on continuing to work really hard, show up, buy my land, writing music, writing books. I want to make some movies. Everything I said I was going to do. Everything I've been saying. Then I said I probably want to act on Broadway. I told him that the night on TikTok. I was being very dramatic and very entertaining and singing and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I need to go ahead and, go on Broadway. Thank you. You be flipping that switch and you're intelligent. That's bipolar as fuck. No, that's not. Well, you do mentorship. Not at the moment. Not ready for it. Do you think Wood resents you? I've said yes, but he says no. My husband act like he hate me. But like I told y'all, I seen a TikTok where a man said that he used to act like he hated his wife, but really he hated himself. He didn't like where he was in life, and he would just be mean to her because he hated himself. I was like, oh, because that makes sense, because I'm not doing anything to this man. I keep being nice. And then I know it is hard to compare to me. I'm very intelligent. I'm very strong-willed, very goal-driven. You know, so I know that could be hard. Some of y'all can't handle me. So just imagine living with Peaches McINTYRE, somebody who's talented and knows, her why, her purpose. A lot of y'all don't know y'all purpose in life. So that when you encounter somebody that does, you can feel inferior. So I get it. Is Wood a narcissist? I say yes. I feel like my husband and my mom are the same people. I've always stated that. My husband is just like my mom and my daddy. That's how I feel. But instead, everybody say I'm the narcissist. Well, Peaches is narcissistic. It's Peaches. She's the narcissist, not her mom, not Wood. Poor Tracy, poor Wood. That's what people do. So I'm used to it. Yeah. Thank you. My class is $19. It's Wednesday. Thank you. Let me see. Hate that everybody judge you and make excuses for those around you and try to diminish you. That's been happening my whole life, though, y'all. I literally grew up as the slow one. I tell y'all all the time. To me, it's the funniest thing, the fact that I really thought that I was the slow one and I'm the one that finished school. The bitches really called me slow and retarded and dumb. Like literally having to read stuff for you and explain stuff for you, and I'm the dummy. And I believe them. That's why I say it's so important to watch what you believe. Send curses back to them. Those only thing they're doing is cursing your life. That's all they're doing. Nah, they definitely lied, and you're lying too, girl. So yeah, don't believe them. How do you sign up for your class? You go to my website, peachmcintyre.com. My ex is a narcissist. It's so mentally draining. I only deal with I only dealt with it for 3 years. I don't see how you did it for almost 2 decades. You're strong as fuck. Because I've been dealing with this my whole life. My mama is a narcissist. They the same. So it's not like it's like it was the familiarity. I can't even say it. It was the familiarity. There we go. It was that for me. Like with me, what attracted me to my husband. Me and my best friend talk about it all the time. It was the fact that he called me ugly and told me that I walk funny. Every other boy that liked me, they called me beautiful. They like, Peaches, you so pretty. Peaches, you walk like a model. Peaches, I love the way you walk. You always have your head up high like you marching. Ooh, Peaches, I like your outfit. Like every other boy was nice to me. What attracted me to my husband when we talked, he was like, you ugly, you ain't all that. And I said, oh, he crazy. How can he not see that I'm so great? I gotta make him see that I'm pretty. I gotta make him see that I'm awesome. Like trying to prove to him my self-worth. Prove to him that like you could like me. And it was only because as I got older, guys, I didn't know back then, but as I got older and I started learning more about mother wounds, father wounds, narcissism, self-love, etc. as I've been on this journey, I learned that that's what really attracted me to him. And it wasn't because I just thought that was so cute. It was because it was my normal. It caught my attention because it reminded me of where I come from. So I feel like, and me and one of my friends talked about this, I feel like in the beginning, you date your parents. And as you continue to grow and learn yourself, you start to date your standards, your new standards that you have set for yourself. And that's what I was explaining. When I talk about my husband's family and my family, I'm explaining our background so you can kind of understand where we are, why we behave the way that we behave based on our backgrounds. But we have a choice at that point in all of this. Okay, what are we going to choose? Are we going to continue to do this? Or are we going to do something different? But how they take it is, oh, she bashing us. She just tearing them down. They like go to doing that. So then I'll start to do it for real. Okay, bitch, I'll show you a bash, motherfucker. That's when I go to that. But all I was trying to do was get my husband to see you grew up in an unhealthy environment. Even when I talk about parentifying minors, young kids, when me and my husband talked about his brother that passed away, his brother was the oldest. His brother had a different dad from his dad and his other siblings. His brother was angry with his mom, feeling like his mom is choosing his sister that's not her daughter over him. We had that conversation, right? And then when my husband telling me, oh, his brother used to have to make sure they get to school because his mama always was at work and da-da-da-da. I'm like, do you understand, like, what you're explaining is your brother was basically like a parent? Well, it wasn't like he had to watch us. He just had to make sure we didn't go outside and make sure we took baths and make sure we had food. That's making him the parent. That's unfair. It's like robbing a person of a childhood, and that's why I won't do that to Gregory. So when me and my husband get into it about stuff like that, where he be like, Gregory could help, he old enough, and I be like, no, those are your kids. Those are my kids. Those aren't Gregory's kids. It's because we grew up at a time where that was normal. It didn't matter if you was a boy or girl. You an older kid, you gonna help with these kids that I made because I gotta go to work and I'm taking care of you. It was basically like that for us, children that were born in the 80s and 90s, and I'll say the early 2000s. And it was unfair. We were robbed. And you don't realize it until you get older and you start to realize you missed out on a lot of childlike things. Even when I think back to when my mama took my dolls, y'all know she said I'm lying. But I feel like I told my husband when we was talking about it, he was like, man, nah, she didn't take you to boyfriend. I said, I feel like my mom hated that I was having that moment as a child, like it was envy. I'm literally sitting on the floor in my room playing with dolls, and it just angered her for no reason. Just literally, you too motherfucking big to be playing. You act retarded. Like, what? You need to get a boyfriend. And literally picked my dolls up, took them out my hand, and threw them in the garbage. And I'm just boo crying. And it just like made us so happy. Like I could see it. So I feel like, I told my husband, I feel like it was more so this bitch enjoying a moment of her childhood. How dare she? That's how I feel about it. That's just me thinking it over, applying the wisdom that I have now that I'm older. I'm like, okay, I ain't have no dolls hunching. I ain't do stuff like that. Even with my mama, I remember one time my mama got angry at my sister. My sister was the problem child, but that was my mama's favorite. My sister gave my mama hell. My sister talked back. My sister smoked weed with my mama young. My sister was drinking young. My sister got tattoos young. My mama gave my sister so much freedom. But I remember one time my mama got angry with my sister. She was ironing our school clothes and argued with my sister, and she took the iron, a hot iron, and threw it at my sister Sandria, and the iron bounced off the wall. It missed my sister. It bounced off the wall, hit the wall, and came down and hit her precious baby boy Elwood. And mama crying, oh my God, my baby, grabbing Elwood. And I'm just like, this shit is crazy. Like, I hate living here. This is insane. And we went to Cleveland where my grandma Johnny May worked. And she up there crying. And she's talking about how we ain't got to go to school. My grandma talking about, just don't send them to school, Teresa. Just don't send them to school. And I said, I want to go to school. I wanted to get the fuck away from them. It was just like always dysfunction. Always just crazy. And my sister Drill was just bold. She wasn't scared of nothing. Even when we got older and I used to say, like, you was so dirty and lazy. She was like, I wasn't dirty and lazy. I just wasn't cleaning up nobody else's mess. That was your stupid self. I'm like, what? That's how I started cleaning up at 6. My sister Drill 2 years older than me. So I started cleaning up at 6 because my mama told my sister to clean the kitchen. And my sister was like, I ain't cleaning no kitchen. I ain't cleaning nothing. Just talking back. And my mom was like, if you don't clean the kitchen, I'm going to whoop you. And I ain't want my sister to get a whooping. She was like, if I go to sleep, I wake up, that kitchen ain't clean, I'm going to whoop you. And my sister literally took her bold ass and went to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, she gonna whoop Drill. So I got in there, I learned, like, just from observing them, I was like, I'm finna just clean up. I washed dishes, I swept, I mopped. My mama woke up the next morning. She was like, oh my God, Drill, you cleaned up. Oh my God. I'm so happy that I said, Drill was like, I ain't clean that up, her dumb ass. She was like, I ain't clean that up. I ain't clean up nothing. And mom was like, what, then who cleaned up? And I was like, I cleaned up. Baby, why I said that? After that, it was nonstop. I always got to clean up. I'm the maid. I always got to clean up. Always. Your mom is narcissistic and you are right to kick her out of your life. I know. I told y'all, I didn't even learn about the word narcissism until I was an adult. I was literally on YouTube and this lady was explaining like her mom was a narcissist and saying everything her mom did. And I was like everything she said was my mom. And then I started looking up narcissism and like learning more about it. And then I told my brother and he was like, dang, that's mama. Like after I sent him everything. And then we told her that she was a narcissist and she got mad and cussed us out the first time. And then the second time, you know, she was a little bit more open to having a conversation with us, but still like, nah. And then after that, it just became Peaches is a liar. Thank you. All of those that call you a narcissist, I don't think they know what a narcissist is. All that you do for Wood and your family, that's not what narcissists do. So what narcissist people love to do is have this perfect outer image, and that's why I won't have one. They like to hide. It's just like the people, the pedophiles that go to church. You would never think that they are pedophiles because they go to church. They know the word of God. They teach Sunday school. It's like you would never think my grandma Johnny May is a hoe and was sleeping with that lady husband. I always got to throw that in there, grandma. Because she go to church and she know the word of God and she teach Sunday school. So same with my mama. You would never think that my mom was emotionally abusive to me. I'm going to speak for me. Emotionally abusive to me and just downright evil, mean, and nasty because we have jewelry. We have beds, we have clothes. She has food, but we don't eat it because she goes to the club. Well, I don't eat it. Let me speak for myself. I don't eat it because she goes to the club and she don't come back and get me. She promised I'll be back to get you tomorrow and never come. She turned her phone off. Unplugged the phone because I keep calling. You know, and before I used to want my mama love, and then one day I just realized, like, I'll never get it, fuck her. How many siblings do you have? On my daddy's side, allegedly 21, 20-something. But in his obituary, it was only 11 listed, so probably 11. I don't know. On my mom's side, I have two siblings. It's 3 of us, 2 siblings. Thank you. She probably didn't like your father. We already went through that. I done went through this whole thing. If y'all look at my daddy, I look just like my daddy. My daddy had 8 women pregnant at the same time. So mama pregnant with me, Allegedly, 7 other women are also pregnant. And I feel like this, and my cousin mom is who put the idea in my head, and I agree, that my daddy was taking my mama through so much that she began to hate him while she was pregnant with me and started hating me. And then I look just like him. I'm smart like him. You know, out of all my daddy kids, I look the most like him. Even my brother William used to always tell me that, you like your daddy, bitch. You should have been a boy. You look more like your daddy than me, bitch. You know, he used to always say that. And we used to laugh about it. So it's like just to look like that. And then my mama was his real girlfriend. So all the other moms hated me anyways because they knew like my daddy liked my mama the most, even though he was a dog. So they just hated, you know. And then my mama was a vindictive woman. She stole my daddy money. He went to prison. He needed money before he went to prison. He needed money to bond out. My mama said that she didn't have the money. She was crying like, I don't got the money. And he was like, look under either the carpet or refrigerator. I don't know. I was a baby, or if I was even born, I don't know. She just told me the story. And y'all could go ask her about it. And she said she looked and the money was like all this money. And she thought that they was broke. And she told him, fuck him. And he was cheating on her, fuck him. He can go to prison, she don't give a fuck him. And she stole the money and went shopping with her mama, her siblings and all that. And my daddy grandma never forgave my mama for that. She hated my mama for that. So she hated me. And me and my daddy had that conversation prior to him dying. When I had talked to him for them hours that day, he had told me that like he was his grandma's favorite child. And when my mama did that, she just hated my mama for that. She felt like my mama was the reason her grandbaby went to prison. And that's why she never liked me. She never acknowledged me. She wouldn't speak to me. Like, they had a restaurant and stuff. If I walk in and I'd be like, hey, Gramps, is my daddy here? She'd just be like, and look off. And I'd be like, hey, and she just look off, never acknowledge me. My grandma, Cal, that died when I was young, she always acknowledged me. She'd be like, Mama, don't do her like that. And just would be kind to me. So that's why when I say I know I didn't got it in me. Focus on what's happening now. In the past, the only thing you could do is wipe it clean and forgive. No, we focus on the past. Y'all hoes is dumb that don't. You focus on history. Why you think they have historians? Your history can tell you your future. Even in literature, we learn about what's called foreshadowing. If we look at our history, your history can kind of foreshadow your future and it can help you navigate. Like if I look at my life, I'll end up Sophia. And my husband be like, you can't compare my mama to you. Don't do that. Stop comparing me and you to my mom and my daddy. But it's like, if I look at the history, I can endure 10 more years of this to make it 30 years, only for it to be time wasted and for this nigga to go marry a bitch that he had been cheating on me with and live happily ever after while I'm fat, nappy weave, in a rent down raggedy shack, if I'm so fortunate. Because right now I don't even got a rent down raggedy shack. You know, so when we look at history, it can show you your future. Yeah, don't listen to people that say history don't matter and forget it and don't know. That's why people do ancestry tests. DNA is powerful. My dad used to always say that. And I think that's another thing that bothered my mama. The fact that I always bring up the good attributes of my daddy, but I talk bad about him too. I talk about he wasn't an ain't shit daddy. He just had a lot of wisdom, gave good advice, gave great advice. So I can always reference like certain conversations, but he used to always say, you can't deny that Dana. I grind my teeth when I sleep. I be like, yeah. You know, I got siblings that grind their teeth when they sleep. My daddy grind his teeth. And I didn't know that. I didn't start hanging out with my other siblings till I was an adult. And we all in that bitch. I'm like, that's genetics. We didn't have to be raised together to do that. It's genetics. It's a part of the history. Thank you. I grab my teeth when I sleep too, yeah. Peaches dropping gems, listen and learn. They don't be wanting to listen to learn. They be wanting to listen to comment back. That's it. Did you see baby B today? How is baby A adjusting at home? You know I seen my baby. I did a whole live stream in the hospital with my baby. Thank you. Why y'all worried? They somewhere safe. These people be so funny. So that's why my teeth spaced out. No, it's genetic. My daddy had teeth just like me. I used to have a gap right here, had a big ass gap right here, and he had little baby teeth. But he had life whooped his ass as it should have, bitch. And he had started losing his teeth, so he ain't had these anymore. But he used to have little baby teeth. It's genetic. I like my teeth though. I ain't like other people that hate their teeth. I love my teeth. I don't want no free products. I want some money. If you want me to promote your products, it's $777. If that's too expensive, then no thanks. Life gonna whoop you and your weird children. Oh, I send it back to you and your mammy whole tenfold. That stuff don't bother me. Your prayers are powerless. Have you ever had a healthy relationship with anyone before? I say my grandma Merle. That was the best relationship I ever had with my grandma Merle. And I'll say the relationship with my children are healthy. Still trying to learn how to navigate certain aspects of it. But yeah. Listen, people gonna talk about kids. Expect it. Kids not off limits. All these little rules you be having in your mind, people are gonna break the rules. Expect it. Thank you. You need some healing and relaxation. That's what we're doing. This is relaxing and it's healing for me. It's therapeutic. Thank you. How do you think this will affect your daughter who sees your trauma? I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't have the answers. Move to another city and get a fresh start. No, I'm at the city I want to be in. I'm staying in Lakewood Ranch. All right? I expect people to talk about my kids. Listen, I expect people to talk about my kids in a negative manner. People who hate the mom will hate the kids. If people hate you, they will hate your kids. If people hate you, they will hate your kids. If people hate you, they will hate your kids. All right, we got that out the way. So now that I expect people to talk about my kids, I also expect me to not give a fuck and be bothered by it. It don't bother me. I don't be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck them bitches up from talking about my kids. Baby, this the internet. I don't even know where you motherfuckers at. Some of you guys can't even go to sleep right now. I was going to elaborate, but I'm going to be nice. Thank you. Thank you. Did you have friends in high school? I never hear you talk about having girlfriends. I had a lot of friends. I was popular. I just ain't like nobody. I was popular, but I like being by myself. Also, my friends that hung out with me, like at home and stuff, they all just wanted to hunch my cousin. All my friends hunch my same cousin. They pretend like they like you, but they just really want to mess with your boy cousins, you know? But yeah, I done had friends. I know how to have, so I don't like people. The reason I don't like people is because I've learned that the vast majority of people, not all, have hidden agendas. They pretend like they like you and they want to chill with you and want a relationship with you, but really they want something from you, whether it's a relationship with your cousin or it's to steal your personality, for you to, be their mood board. People have hidden agendas. Once I got hurt by so many people with hidden agendas, I learned to just keep them away from me. I'd rather get some money. I wouldn't care if it's $1. I would rather a bitch pay me $1 for what they want than pretend like they like me for what they want. So that's how I became the person that I am today. I don't get close with people. I don't like people. I know they want something from me. I would rather charge them, and when I charge them, it doesn't hurt. When a person turn on you that's like if I teach a person how to become a content creator and they blow up, which I've done numerous times, and they start telling people, I don't know Peach McINTYRE, which has happened numerous times. Peach ain't teach me, which has happened numerous times. It don't hurt. I expect it. It was a business transaction. They paid me the amount of money that I wanted at that moment. It was good enough for me at that moment. And after that, they got what they wanted and went on about their business. It was a business transaction. I learned how to be like that in life. It has to have reciprocity. I learned that in real estate. Reciprocity means mutual benefit. What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Most of the times when people want a relationship with me, it's nothing in it for me. They want me to come out to eat at lunch with them. And then when we go to lunch together, they just want to ask me how to be a creator or can I teach them how to edit. I literally had somebody that has over 500,000 followers on another platform reach out to me. And when they text me, they was like, oh, girl, I need you to teach me how to make money on social media because, bitch, I have a whole website. I teach whole classes. You literally could just go to my website at any time whenever you feel like it and go buy it. You want it for free and you came with the intent of, I'm going to try to pretend like I'm her friend so I can have access to her to get it. Nah, never got another text back for me. I'd rather charge, then I don't expect much from it. I know that's what you wanted. I've literally had conversations with family members that will call me and I answer my phone like this. What do you want? They be like, hello, what do you want? Peaches, you always think somebody wants something from you. You need to stop acting like that. What do you want? Girl, I don't want nothing. I just want to check up on you and the kids and see how y'all doing. We fine, bye, and hang up, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to text me, Peaches, you always acting like somebody wants something from you. I don't want nothing from you. I'm just checking on you. Okay, I'm fine, bye. Then they're going to be like, they're going to wait a little bit. They're going to be like, well, Peaches, I'm $300 short on my rent. I was wondering if you could just loan me $300. I promise I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back $100 a week for the next month. If all you wanted from me from the get-go was $300, you literally could have called, and when I said, what do you want? You could have said, Peaches, I need to borrow $300. And I could have said, I don't give my money away. Nope. And hung up. Or I could have said, you know what? I can give you $300. You just can't never get nothing else from me. What's your cash app? Now leave me alone. Don't ever ask me for nothing again. And hang up. I've done both. But what people will do is they'll pretend like they want something from you. And like they don't want anything from you. And as soon as you let your guard down, they're going to ask you for something. And as a person who don't have people genuinely just care about me, it hurts. So once I learned that this hurts, I don't like this feeling, I just cut all that stuff off. I don't do the short talk. I don't give a fuck how your day going, bitch. I don't care. What do you want from me? So I could tell you what I want from you in order to get it. And I treat people the same way. I would literally call somebody and be like, hey, can you watch my kids? I'll pay you $1,000. $1,000 to watch your kids? Hell yeah, bring them over here. I get what I want. Cut the bullshit. It's not love. You're not doing me a favor. It's literally a business transaction. And then I can get on going about my day. And when I leave, I know I didn't use you. It was reciprocity. It was a mutual benefit. Even the situation with my mama, I used my mama to watch my kids. It was a mutual benefit. My mama got to finally see her grandkids, AKA get on the internet and show I'm a good grandmama. Because if I was so bad, why she gonna give me her kids? I'm a good grandmama. And my husband got to come be by my side after I gave birth. Then he picked them up and we went back to normal. Mutual benefit, reciprocity. All right? Did you pay your mom to watch your kids? Normally I do. This time I ain't give a shit. Girl, Peach, I got 8 kids to be my friend and one more on the way. Yeah, but it's different. You still need adult conversations, but if I ever want to have an adult conversation, I can do what I'm doing now. I'm on YouTube. There's some kids watching me too. Take y'all ass to bed. Y'all got school tomorrow. Y'all ain't got no business watching me. All right? But to the adults that's watching me, I'm having an adult conversation with you. I'm picking and choosing what comments I read and respond to. But if I really want an adult conversation, what I do is I go out to eat and I sit at the bar and I talk to motherfuckers that are grown at the bar. You gotta be 21 and up to sit at a bar at a restaurant. They don't let kids sit up there. And you sit and you talk, you can trauma dump. I could be like, I'm going through this. I could be like, man, you talk to your mama? They be like, yeah, I talk to my mom. They say, well, I don't talk to my mom. I can't stand my mom. I hate her. What? Why do you hate your mom? And I could just be telling them all my business. I most likely will never see them again. Now I'm an influencer, so they might find me on social media, but I'll never see them again. I have my adult conversation, or I could just be in a crowd, and I could just be talking about travel, where I want to go to. It don't always have to be something negative, but I can go have those human connections and get what I need at that moment, which is conversation. The bars are normally for single people, sometimes double. It's not really for groups. And I get what I need, and then I go about my business, go about my day. If I want to be alone, that's when I sit at a booth. Sit me at the booth, get me away from people. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm going to go live and chit chat if I want to. Sometimes I go out to eat and I don't go live. I don't want to be bothered. I might read a book or journal. Thank you. I appreciate it. How can you get in contact with me to review your products? You got to pay me $777. My phone number on my website. You could text me. All right? All right. I love Peach. She's real, a hustler, funny, but have trauma issues. Adults filled with the little girl inside. I see why she's so passionate about what she do as a wife, mom, and content creator. Yep. Thank you. Your kids are home alone, and that's why CPS gets called on you. So, number one, in the state of Florida, there's no age limit to leave your kids at home. As long as your kids have access to a phone so they can dial 911 and somebody in the home knows how to dial 911, CPS won't take your kids in the state of Florida. It may be different where you're from, but you can literally call CPS and be like, Peach McINTYRE has 8 kids in the house alone right now, and she's live on TikTok. They won't take my kids. That's number one. So go ahead. If you feel indulged to call them, call. Secondly, my oldest child is 17. And thirdly, for those of you who are fishing for information, I'm going to get her to confess that Gregory McKay is watching all 7 of those kids. Because I know she's a trifling mom. Just like my mom used to make me watch my siblings. I know her. I'm not your mama, bitch. And I'm not my mama either. Oh, I know Wood is back home. I'm going to get her to confess that Wood is back home. Yeah, I got her. Y'all be thinking y'all beating me. I be knowing what y'all doing. She's sharp, quick, all right? These people call CPS is tired, and they tired too. They need to get a life. Yep, that's how they do. Very goofy. No, I'm not. They be mad. That's why a lot of women don't hate me. Hate me. Because I'm the mom that they wish that they had, the mom they wish they could be, even with all the toxic stuff with my husband. It's like, how the fuck this bitch keep going? This lady in Chuck E. Cheese, this is my second time seeing her in Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. She was like, you are a great mom. These young girls can learn a lot from you. I love you. And she FaceTimed her mom. They both was talking to me. It was hard to hear them. The Chuck E. Cheese was really loud. And I was like, really? She was like, yes. Do you not see yourself with your kids? Girl, you are doing an amazing job. And I be needing that reminder. Like, I know I be doing my big one, but sometimes it don't be feeling like my big one. Sometimes the hate get loud. But I remind myself, Peaches, the hate isn't loud. It's just that you're bigger. So the bigger you get, the more haters you recruit. And unfortunately, the way my brain has been trained since I've been around a lot of haters my whole life, the hate always stick out more than the love. But I know that there's more people that love me than hate me, and I do my big one. Thank you. You're not quick. You have no boundaries, and you are willing to embarrass yourself to no end. That's all. I'm very quick, okay? And I don't have boundaries in certain areas of my life. Others, I have clearly defined boundaries that I won't cross. And some boundaries are currently being defined. So I'll take that. As far as embarrassing myself, I will never be embarrassed for being transparent. I will never be embarrassed for having cake on my face and licking it off. I will never be embarrassed for falling and getting back up. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't wear shame. That's what y'all do. That's why you can't control me. I keep telling y'all that. I hope y'all teach that to y'all kids. So those of you who have teenagers, if your child is, I would say pre-adolescence, if they're 12 years old and up, teach your child, do not wear shame. Do not wear shame. Do not wear shame. That's all people try to do is shame you to control you. Now, I know others wear shame, so I'll pull out their shame to beat them at war, but I don't, so it's nothing they could do to me. I'm free. I don't wear shame. You think it's normal to get mad because your husband wants to be around his family after losing a sibling? No, I know it's not normal to not want your husband to be around his family after death. I know that it's not normal. However, it's my truth. As a woman whose husband doesn't choose her and she's been choosing him, it's normal for me to feel this way. And there's nothing wrong with my feelings. I don't care that society might be mad about the way that I feel. It's still the way that I feel, and I'm entitled to feel that way. So it's not normal, but most normal people have healthy relationships with their spouse's family. I don't. So my feelings are valid, and they're my normal. Kicking him out at a funeral, you are a narcissist. That was the goal. Thank you. You seem like you don't like being a mom. I love being a mom, but I have to work, you know? This is work for me. But you're not free because you always bring what happened in the past. Free yourself, Peaches. I am free because I'm not ashamed of what happened in the past. Y'all think because y'all forgot about it, but you know that thing keep you up some nights. I could say something right now that'll have you in a ball. I could say something right now so good. I had your ass up in a ball in a fetal position, boo-hoo crying. I'm not gonna do it, but I could, right? Y'all think just because y'all don't bring it up, y'all don't talk about it, y'all push it to the back of y'all mind that it don't exist. How you think I had my whole family on this bitch dropping tears? I was laughing. It felt so good. I was laughing, sitting up there laughing. I know what I'm doing. Have the kids but don't want to care for them. That's a lie, Miss LaShawn, from your fake page. If it make you feel better to say that, write it a million times. But I take care of my kids. I'm there for my kids. I don't work a traditional job. I literally can be like, you know what? I'm just gonna be with my kids for a whole week straight and literally go do that. Thank you. And do a great job taking care of them and do pat myself on the motherfucking back. Their favorite thing to be now be like, Wood got the kid. You don't take care of your kids. Wood got the kid. Wood take care of them kids. I run circles around Wood. Circles. I'm a great mom. Thank you. Do not wear shame. Explain more, please, because I want to understand more of what you're saying. How would you say it to your kids? I appreciate you asking me to explain it a different way. That's a great quality to have. So when I say don't wear shame, let's say, okay, we'll use me as an example. So I'm currently getting evicted, right? So what they tried to do to me was, the goal was, we hate Peach McIntyre. We feel like Peach McIntyre is boastful. She brags about the money she earns, and we can't earn the money she earns, even when we talk about her. We can't out-earn her. We can't outwork her. We need her to quit. We couldn't cancel her. We couldn't get her demonetized. We want her to quit. So now that she has an eviction, we got one up on her. We're going to post about her eviction because it's going to make her embarrassed. She's going to be ashamed, and she's going to run off the internet. And when she runs off the internet, she's going to be broke and broken. And then she's going to go right back to being humble on government assistance and homeless with all them damn kids, and Wood gonna leave her and she ain't gonna have nothing. Cause she gonna be ashamed because she getting evicted. That was the thinking of them. It's like, we finally got her. But instead of me being ashamed of being evicted, I embraced it. Yes, I'm getting evicted. I didn't pay my rent. I have a compulsive gambling addiction, but this is where I live in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And I started showing my neighborhood. Them hoes was sick. They was like, damn, why we did that? Started showing my neighborhood, making more videos. Now I could go ahead, come and go to school with me, to take my kids to school. All they did was free me because I wasn't ashamed. Peach McINTYRE living in a 3-bedroom. She lives in a 3-bedroom. Bitch, I don't care. I wouldn't care if we lived in a 1-bedroom or a shoebox. Come on, come in my house, you know? So had I done the opposite, had I worn the shame and been like, oh my God, I really am getting evicted. I'm so dumb, I'm embarrassed, I'm broke. I wouldn't be in this position I'm in now. Because I didn't wear the shame and I embraced it and kept going anyways, it made me more powerful than them. And now I paid my December rent, I paid my January rent, I paid my February rent, I got money put up to move. The things that they thought they just had me in a chokehold about, they don't. I'm free because I don't wear shame. So that's one way to explain it. A second way would be with my husband's situation, with my feelings of what I'm going through with my husband. I can be ashamed and keep it all inside and let it eat at me and let people say, your husband don't love you, your husband mistreats you. But instead, I just choose to talk about it. Not ashamed. I'm not happy about it. I'm sad, I'm disgusted with myself that I'm enduring this, but not ashamed, you know? So you take your power back. When people don't have anything that they could dangle to snatch your power back, they become powerless. It makes it really hard for them. And that's what you gotta learn how to do. Thank you. Facts, the devil will use shame and fear to control you. I say, like, even when it comes to, like, how these celebrities get in these situations, let's look at the Diddy case. How they say Diddy would literally make celebrities do things with minors or with men, make men do things with other men and put it on video. And then he would then shame them. Like, I got you on videotape doing this with another man. This gonna ruin you, ha, ha, ha. And so because they're under the shame, they're doing everything that he wants. He's controlling them because they're ashamed. Versus, it's kind of like, I don't want to say the celebrity name wrong. Which celebrity was it that had AIDS? Y'all know that white man. Was it Charlie Sheen? I don't know if that was him. Which celebrity? He had somebody blackmailing him. He had a prostitute blackmailing him. Any of y'all remember that? It was Charlie Sheen. Everybody in the comments is saying it's Charlie Sheen. So I'm going to say allegedly. Y'all can look up the story yourself. But allegedly, Charlie Sheen had AIDS. And he had this prostitute that was blackmailing him, telling him, oh, I'm going to tell everybody you got AIDS if you don't give me X, Y, and Z money. He got tired of that. And he said, I don't give a fuck who you tell. He took his power back. He ain't ashamed of it. So now everybody know he allegedly has AIDS, and he ain't got to get his whole no money, and his life ain't over, and he still could be in movies. HIV, not AIDS, have. Okay, so they said it was HIV, not AIDS. Okay, so HIV, not AIDS, allegedly. I'm going to keep saying allegedly. But that's all he did. He took his power back. So when I say you don't wear shame, to the mom that's living in a hotel right now with her kids, and so what? My mama did that to me. I told y'all that on my earlier live. When I went into the homeless shelter, and my mama invited me to breakfast at the casino. That's the only reason I went, because y'all know I got a gambling addiction. When she said casino, I went. And then when I go, the first thing she said, well, how was your first night in the shelter? In front of my sister and my sister daughter. Why the fuck this little girl wasn't even at school in the first place? It was to shame me, to have control. I had to learn to not be ashamed of that. My cousin Pam that died on my birthday came up to me and said, Peaches, you can come live with me, you and your kids. You ain't got to give me nothing. We'll make room for y'all. And I'm like, what? Because I haven't told anybody in my family I'm in a shelter. My mom wouldn't have told everybody. I had to learn in that moment, don't be ashamed of that. It is what it is. When I got on YouTube and they start looking up my eviction, like, who is this Peach McIntyre bitch? This bitch coming on here with goals and telling me how much money she gonna make. Who the fuck this whole thing she is? So they started researching me and bringing up my past in hopes to shame me. I wasn't ashamed. I embraced it. Yep, I did this. I done did that. I done been evicted. I done blah, blah, blah. Yep. Take your power back. Stop being ashamed. That's freedom. I don't care what you like. It's okay to like it. I don't care how you feel. It's okay to feel that way. Your feelings are valid. So what if society think that they evil? That's how you currently feel. And now you have to learn how to work through those feelings. Like, God, how can I work through this? I be asking God for patience these days. I don't ask him to forgive me no more. I be like, God, please be patient with me as I navigate these new feelings. God, please be patient with me as I figure out new ways to deal with this emotion. I ask God to be patient with me because I know what I'm doing, but the feelings be new sometimes. I don't need nobody to pray for me. I got it. I lost all my kids and struggle with MDD. I'm learning not to be ashamed and keep fighting for my kids. You got to. Listen, I don't know what MDD is, but let's say that's your struggle, right? And I'm your cousin that don't like you. And we at the family barbecue. What's coming up? Spring break coming up. The family going to have a cookout. And you come over there and I don't like you. And I be like, oh, there go Ashley with the MDD. That's why that bitch ain't got her kids now. You went from being on the dance floor, having a good time, letting loose, just trying to enjoy a happy moment, to me saying, there go Ashley with the MDD. Look at that hoe on the dance floor. That's why you ain't got your kids now. Deadbeat bitch. Next thing you know, Ashley, and I'm just using that name as an example, you up there crying, you mad, you might want to fight her, or you just lead a family function. You let her rob you of your joy. That's all that is. That's what they do. So if you learn to not have shame, it's like, yep, I got the MDD, I'm on my meds, and my kid's gonna be back soon. Yep, God is good. You just keep going anyways, right? And I mean, it's like, thoroughly, not pretending, like you literally choose, like, this is true. All of this is true, but we could change it. We could change it. It don't gotta stay that way, so you don't gotta stay stuck in it. You brush it off, you don't be ashamed, you keep going. That's what you gotta learn how to do. Major depression disorder. Okay. Yeah, I never heard of that term. I always tell people, and people get mad at me when I say this, but I went through depression for a few years. But for me, I discovered that depression was a choice. I was choosing it. I had to get tired. I told myself, enough. I started to hate that version of me. And when I say version of me, I didn't hate myself. I just hated that version of me, the weak woman who gave up every time life got hard, every time my mama threw something up in my face that made me feel unloved, every time my husband did something evil to me, wrong to me, I just cried, just weak and laying down. And when you lay down, you can't cook dinner, you can't cook breakfast, not getting kids to school on time because you and your feelings laying down because you depressed about what a motherfucker did to you and they living a good life still. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up, I had to learn that. I literally had to see other women go through the same things. And this is why I don't mind being transparent. It saved my life. Seeing other women go through the same things or similar things and still cook for their kids, clean up their house, take their kids to school on time. It allowed me to keep going. And that's what my videos do for other women as well. It's other women going through the same thing as me. And they see me. I even met a mom in the NICU. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe I get to see you. I gave her one of my books. I hope she reads it. But, she was like, just seeing you, like, I only got 2 kids. I got one baby in the NICU, one baby at home, versus you got all these kids and you just keep showing up and you doing this. Like, how do you do it? It's a mindset thing. I hate that version of me. It's no excuses. My kids didn't ask for no pitiful ass life. They didn't ask to be here. It's my job to save them. It's not their job to save me. Get the fuck up. You big and you grown. You chose this. You knew who that nigga was? You chose him 9 more times. Get up. So it's like you literally have to talk to yourself like that and not be ashamed of it. Embrace it. And then after you embrace it, let's fix the problem. Come up with at least 3 different solutions. Okay, if this don't work, this could work. If this don't work, this could work. Life ain't nothing but problems. Your job is to solve the problem. Become an exceptional problem solver. And I hate to say this part because when I read it in one of my books, I bawled, I cried, I screamed. I was so mad. When you become good at problem solving, you get bigger problems. I thought the passage was going to say, when you become good at problem solving, you eventually have no more problems. I was like, Bitch, I'm gonna get bigger problems. It almost make you scared to start solving problems. Let me say small, because small is safe. It's kind of like how some of you guys are so capable and you can go buy you a home, you can get off Section 8, you can get off food stamps, but that fear of failure, which I felt before, is keeping you small. It's safer to stay small, but why stay small when you could be huge? Serve a big God, he'll make you big too. Why stay small? You know, it's that kind of thing. I don't have mental health issues. I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus. I'm older than you and still take wisdom. The only thing is that I hope that you don't let hate take over your heart. Don't use hate as a way to get over your hurt. So I know hate isn't going to take over my heart. I still am able to love people and be compassionate and being kind. Even me talking to you guys in this manner is me being kind and compassionate. And plus, I love my kids. So I won't let hate take over my heart because then I wouldn't have any love in it for my kids. However, at the moment, I don't have room to love anything outside of them. Outside of myself and my kids, not at the moment. I can't, just because I can't jeopardize getting hurt again like that. It's like, guards up. That's so true. I was the problem fixer. Still is. Shout out to Mimi Red. Every time I be like, because they used to be like, it's Peaches, it's Peaches, Peaches' fault, it's Peaches' fault. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the problem. I'm always the problem. It's always Peaches' fault. And Mimi Red was like, no, bitch, you the motherfucking problem solver. Peaches the problem and the problem solver. And I was like, I needed that reminder. And that's what I am. I pride myself on being an excellent problem solver. Y'all are so used to seeing these perfect influencers, so when you see someone that's truly authentic, it's a problem. It is, because they would never do it. They can't imagine. It's bold. It's admirable. And they can't do it. So it creates anger and envy. It's just envy wrapped in anger. How dare her? How dare this bitch live in her truth and not be ashamed of anything? And I'm up here with secrets and I could barely go to sleep. And I'm just up here lying about my life and myself. I hate this hoe. I don't know how she did it, instead of just asking. You literally could buy the books I read or buy my book when I write it and learn how to do what I did. Instead, you would rather be angry. It's like the motherfuckers who be like, don't pay her for a class. I wouldn't dare pay her for a class. You could learn for free, and then them bitches ain't even monetized. I laugh at that, all right? I learn a lot listening to you. I'm happy to hear that. Remember my 3 E's. When I create content, the purpose is to educate, entertain, and elevate. So educate. Me just talking to you guys about narcissism, abandonment issues, mother wounds, father wounds during this video. That's education. Entertainment, me making it dramatic and funny and keeping you engaged. And then elevation. Some of you guys were down, depressed, ashamed, and now you're listening to me and you're feeling more powerful. You're feeling free. You're deciding in this moment, I'm not going to be ashamed anymore. I'm going to let people know, yeah, I do live in a shelter. Yeah, he did leave me. Yeah, I did grow up not feeling loved or whatever the case may be. And you're starting to feel more powerful in it, and you're going to elevate. Your whole life will change. All right? Now, I ain't going to say go out here, doing evil for evil like me. It makes me feel better at the moment. Even though I know it's wrong, I don't feel bad about it. I'm not going to suggest you go do something like that. But just live in your truth. Be authentic. Priding yourself on being a problem solver is what's attracting problems. It's one thing to solve problems you are presented with. It's another one to keep creating them. That's a lie, Desiree. Priding yourself on being a problem solver is what's attracting the problems. That's a lie. You literally could be in your car just driving down the street listening to your favorite song and boom, somebody hit your car. That's not me attracting a problem. That's just life, being life. And all I'm going to do is call insurance. Problem solved. It's no difference than you being pregnant and you working hard to provide for your family and you trusting your husband, and then he go out and cheat on you, allegedly. You find a condom in the back seat of your car and you pregnant, you got all these kids, and you behind in your bills, you about to get evicted. I didn't create that problem. I didn't make that up. I didn't write that down. It's not a skit. As much as you guys keep wanting it to be a skit, it's real life. And what did I do? I just solved the problem. I kept going anyways. I came up with the bill money. Still need him for the kids. I solved the problem. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Where can you buy my books? The only book you can buy from me is my fictional novel. My fictional novel. I need to get off it. I didn't even know it was this late. It is called Get Out Your Feelings and Get This Money, Mackenzie Carter's Legendary Summer. You could buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, etc. That's the only book you can buy from me. Thank you. You created it by gambling your money away. I created my husband cheating on me by gambling my money away. If it makes you feel better, write it again. I need to get up and start solving some of my problems. That's all you got to do. And take full accountability for them. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to write a story, a life story soon. I would definitely read that. Thank you. Your children are a blessing. Thank you. What books do you read currently? Well, the one book that I'm reading is Dave Ramsey, Total Money Makeover. That's the book that got my attention right now as I'm trying to get my finances back in order. Thank you. Educate, entertain, elevate. Yeah, don't try to go steal my 3 E's, LaShawn. LaShawn, you went from being a hating asshole to wanting to take notes. Hold on, come here, baby. Let me check your forehead. Is you sick? What happened? What happened? Y'all know I'm the elephant. I don't forget. Sis went from being a pussy-ass, hating asshole to getting her a pen and paper. Hold on, Peaches, what you said? Did you find out about me from a hater? And now you came and you got to see for yourself and you're like, I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like it here. That's what happens, LaShawn. It happens all the time. That's why you gotta go see for your own self. Takes me back to that Cheesecake Factory story. I got a sister on my daddy's side. She's just a hating asshole. But I used to tell her, like, cheesecake my favorite. I want to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory. And she was like,